history, plotting against each other in a never-ending jihad. Their immortal progeny are among us to this day, hidden from the eyes of humanity by an elaborate masquerade.
is I was in Japan and people would be like, "Oh, Britney Spears?" And I was like, "No."
No.
No.
You should have just started singing casual okay, where you just like start saying the lyrics to the song. It's like, well, my loneliness is killing me, and I must confess.
We know you Britney Spears.
That'd be pretty funny.
Singing it like Kirk, like Captain Kirk or something like that.
Well, like I like to do this thing
My
where if
loneliness is killing me.
well,
Yeah.
not quite like that. Like I do this thing called casual okay. Well, at least that's what I call it. Where if somebody says something that reminds me of a song, I'll just start speaking the lyrics as if it was a sentence.
Mm.
Like I'm waiting to see how long they figure out that I'm making up.
quoting.
I'm singing. Yeah, that I'm singing songs in front of them and they don't know.
I like it.
It's stupid, but it's just the thing I like to do.
Pretty good.
Hopefully, by the time you got to the chorus, you're like, "Well, the taste of your lips, I wanna." You still haven't gotten the song yet,
Yeah. Hey now, we're an all-star. Get your game on.
and go
Come
play.
on. Yeah.
All right, so we are live. Actually, back and chatting. We've got some folks in the chat watching. We've got Alex from our D&D Sunday game. Looks like we have got Party of Two at one point kicking back in the audience. And then we also have lowercase J out there.
Hello.
Bonjour.
So as a quick recap, to kind of leave off where we were at, you have got to be kidding me!
Yes.
Is pretty much all the summation we need.
Yeah.
The most inhumane vampire of the group, who is
Pleasant
known for
torture.
burning down an entire
Or
countryside,
Not an entire, like, there was a reason for that, okay?
actively promotes diablerie, came from the wrong
And
side of the
For a
tracks,
reason.
chokes on the finish line the moment Benjamin needs somebody who's that inhuman, that monstrous, because she can't torture. It is against her path.
What are you telling me?
I am there to instruct the Benjamin on how to torture. So
But that is where we left off. The group at this point is in the trucking shipyard with a shipping container with a body that resembles one of the founding fathers. Sans the wig, of course, that didn't come along, but the outfit is still matching.
How do we even know it was him?
Quick, somebody hold up a nickel.
That'll work.
Looks just like him.
So that's where we left off. At this point, Benjamin, we left off actually mid-scene. Benjamin at this point is dejected and somewhat surprised and disgusted that Flames can't do what he's wanting to do. And I will let you guys take over from there.
No, I'm not kidding you. Look, I know I've done some stupid shit in the past, but I never tortured anybody, even when I was on the other side of the tracks, so to speak. I never tortured. I believe in just getting it done, putting them out of their misery, and moving on.
She does have a point. Doesn't that make us just as bad as they are?
I'm gonna look around. Are there security cameras in this place?
Go ahead and roll.
Okay.
I would have to say that there are very many people that deserve to die, and for very many people, death is too quick. So torture is a very good answer.
What am I rolling, Jerome?
Maybe for you, but I never, again,
You are
was not a
rolling
fan
perception
of it.
and alertness. Or sorry, perception and investigation.
An investigation. Okay. Oh.
Look, my path doesn't follow the line of torturing just for pleasure. It's never been like that. You do it for a reason. Like, you kill for a reason, and that's it.
You're from The Sabbat.
Yeah, I know. I was there. Look,
Not
Not
everybody
everybody in the
acts like
Sabbat.
them. Yeah.
correct. People in the Sabbat follow different paths. You all are humane, and that is your path. I am
No.
not humane, but I have a specific sort of code that I do follow.
All
I'm not
right.
trying to- I'm
I'm
not
happy
trying
to
change your
explain it
mind.
further later, but now is not the time.
No, I'm not trying to change your mind. But does someone have a lighter then? Because-
Well,
So, like-
you're an expert in torture, then you go help him do it.
no,
But I'm
going
not
to.
going
Yeah,
to.
that's fine. I'm not trying to change your mind. But I'm just saying, does that someone have a lighter? I don't have. It's just,
Before anybody lights him up, why don't I'm really curious how he came to be here. And I'm a little bit worried about the people that brought him. Anybody oppose me doing a little digging first?
That'd be a
No,
good
not at
idea
all.
before you
Just be
torture him.
quick.
And Andre, I have a bic.
There are security cameras around here, so I don't know if they're working, but we should probably discretion.
Well, that's fine. We can also
Right.
remove him from here and take care of him elsewhere.
Are there cameras in the container?
No, you don't see anything in here.
This is a shipping yard, though. They would have security cameras if people are coming in and out. So whatever we're doing, like whether they see what we're doing or not, we need to be, aware that there's probably U.S. Marshal eyes on us.
He doesn't need to leave the container. He's not going to leave the container. So, are you done yet?
Difficulty 6.
Uh, difficulty 7.
Make me count again. 4.
I know. 4. Okay. Good roll. Okay. So with that level of appearing in, obviously his first thought, the surface thoughts, which you get right past, I wouldn't even go into it. They're all just like, he's terrified at this point. He knows the end is coming. Despite the fact he can't really, look around. So that's on his mind. But so you're looking for something specific to the marshal that you saw. You're like trying to hone in on something specific. I
want to know how he got caught and basically how the marshals took him down.
So the first part of the vision, lots of flashing lights, red and blue.
Okay.
So it's clear somebody law enforcement wise was onto him. When it comes when it comes more into focus, you get the impression from this vision that you're getting in his mind. Maybe somebody popped something white or shined a really intense light on him, so it blinded him temporarily. First thing that came into his vision, obviously, were the flashing, lights of law enforcement. You then, when vision starts to clear, pick up the fact that he's moving, and you get the impression that he's trying to find somewhere to hide or defend himself. Quickly scrambling up some stairs. So he's in some sort of a building. When it comes a little bit more clear, you're a couple floors up. You're not too sure how high, but you have a decent kind of look over the city, and you can hear a buzz. A deep-throated buzz, perhaps of something with rotors, like a helicopter of some sort. Something loud and hovering above, like it's, but whatever it is, you get the impression that he notices right away that even the windows are rattling. So it's either close or it's big, or maybe even both. He scrambles again through the darkness of this place. It looks like it's mostly abandoned. You pick up on some tagging. and some rubbish and whatnot. So it's entirely possible that he got cornered in some sort of an abandoned building. You end up hearing some gunfire. So pop, 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 pop. But the gunfire sounds about as audible as a typewriter. So giving you the impression that these are silenced, which would not be typical of law enforcement. But you can hear the as the rounds slap up against the plaster of the walls and the brick and you can see like the shattering going off, and he's scrambling around, trying to get to another location. He ends up coming face to face with two police officers, and he puts them down hard and fast. Like one ends up getting punched really hard to the chest. He coughs up some blood and collapses. He didn't appear to be dead, but pretty seriously wounded. And the other one gets backhanded so hard he craters part of the wall. So he seriously injures both of these guys and lays them out. And as he starts bolting down a hallway, you end up seeing he catches just a glimpse of another woman, probably an agent, not plain clothes, but dressed in tack gear of some kind. Did have a badge, but you didn't get a good look at it. She kind of does one of these numbers, almost like the casting or throwing their hand about. And you end up seeing these thin traces of line come flying up across the edge of the doorway, creating this sheen of webbing. And he runs initially right into it, goes through it, and he's getting cut up as he does. And the webbing itself actually creates a bit of an impact. It causes him to stop temporarily before he bolts through. Because he couldn't quite make it out, you don't quite make out what that agent ended up saying. Your assumption is it's probably just an update, maybe subject on the move or something, but they were alerting to it. You end up seeing two more come up from down some stairs, because it looks like he was trying to go upstairs. They were coming down. One of them ends up pointing at him with his pistol, but his pistol's kind of tilted at the side, almost like he's and you don't recognize this guy anyway, but he's dressed similarly to the other agent you just saw. And he's pointing his gun kind of sideways, almost gangster-like, which seems really odd. Then you see the top half of his arm unfolded into two pieces and a barrel point out. And the look that you have is the same look that he has on his face. He's like, that's new, and goes to turn, and you hear a boom, and momentarily hear an explosion. Some sort of high explosive projectile got lobbed at him. And so he ends up going end over end down, one of the other halls, sliding to what was probably another maybe open office or something. There's no door there, but he ended up getting caught, and he's scrambling, turning and looking. And you end up seeing the other guy come running after him. And as he unfolds his arms, you end up seeing, or not unfold his arms, but he kind of does one of these numbers. And you end up seeing blades come ripping out where his knuckles were. And he starts running after the guy. And at this point, the founding father is like, okay, I've had enough of this weirdness, and goes to run outside and gets caught with another bout of webbing. So he's dangling out there by his legs and thrashing around and trying to get at it, even to the point where he was trying to scrape off one of his legs like a mad Wolverine, just to get away from whatever the heck was pursuing him at this point. And they end up pulling him up, and just as they do, you end up seeing almost face to face, the guy turns, he hisses directly at Raylan. You see him hiss at Raylan, and Raylan just stares at him and gives him a really nasty look, and he's like, "Son, that ain't gonna work. And he ends up he puts his gun right to his chest, and you hear a poop, poop, and he ends up going stiff. And as he ends up falling back, he grabbed him by the shirt collar, and he, just for extra measure, jabs up a piece of wood straight into his chest, and he says, "I just know some licks that are gonna be interested in you. You ain't got long for this world, boy."
Hey, the people with the arm cannons. There were two of them.
No, there was only one.
Oh, one that did both.
No, one that had that whatever arm can't, like you.
Yeah, and
The other
so
one seemed to have like some sort of like Wolverine
okay, two
blade type
separate
things. Yeah.
two separate people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you've identified 4 people at this point. Some person with webbing, some
Oh, yeah.
person with some sort of arm cannon thing, another guy with basically Wolverine, and then Raylan.
Okay, I'm gonna try and remember their faces.
You didn't really get a good look at him because he didn't really get a good look at him. He was more worried about staying in the move.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, that's new. and good to know. Apparently, some people working with the marshal, perhaps other marshals, they
Sorry, you did see this. Raylan was in a matching uniform.
So they matched him.
Yeah.
Looked like something out of one of Doug's cyberpunk games.
Huh?
I don't know what that means.
Can you elaborate?
Well, like human shaped, but with like robotic weapons in their arms.
Of
Like-
course, that's a thing. Everything's a thing here in Ashland.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure next week we're gonna have to tear the head off a dragon. Whatever.
Are dragons real? Like, real question. Like, I didn't know like robot cybernetic stuff was real.
I have no idea. Okay, well, that's probably all we can get from this guy. So I'm gonna just step outside here.
Hold on. Is he Jefferson? I mean, there's. I got to make sure. Can you go in his head and make sure it's him?
Jerome, do I need to roll again for that?
No. I mean, it's just a narrative thing at this point.
What is he responding to this?
To what?
To this conversation, in his mental response.
He's just fight or flight at this point. Like,
So he's not
honestly,
like,
if you
"I'm fine."
unstaked him, he'd probably flight frenzy.
Okay, fair
So
enough.
it's
So
kind
he's not
of
really-
scrambled, not terribly cohesive.
Yeah.
I, Jefferson, am terrified.
Do I feel like it's the same guy that we were looking for?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
This is absolutely him.
Thank
He's
you.
the guy. And I'm gonna step outside the container. So I have plausible deniability about what's about to happen here.
I step out too, just with a look at Ben, like a shrug, and just walk out.
So Ben goes ahead and he strolls on up, makes sure that the door is like at least closed most of the way, so that he's got a little bit of light to go by, and
Sure.
there aren't going to be any cameras that can look in.
Okay.
I'm going to hand him my Bic, and then I'm going to join the girls outside.
I'm gonna hide somewhere so that in case cameras are around.
What is your humanity, Lily?
My humanity? Good question.
Is
You know
it
someone's
is
about
it
to get
is it
lit on
higher than a
fire.
2?
Yeah, it's higher than a 2.
Then give me a roll. Self-conscious.
Okay.
So
Okay.
or a conscious check.
Mine's a 3. I don't
Got
know.
a 4 to 2.
Got a 4 and a 2. All right. You hand over that lighter. You have no real problem with it. You fully understand why Ben wants a piece of this, as a piece of inside of you just dies. Go ahead and erase a point of humanity.
Wow.
Yep. Welcome to the dark side.
So who is still in the container with Ben right now?
I'll ask him, like, do you want to do this in private? I can give you space if you need it.
I don't need space for what I'm gonna do.
I can assist however you want.
Make sure nothing interrupts me. It won't take long.
Okay.
That's it.
I'll head to the door and I'll just kind of I don't think Remus is that squeamish about killing evil people, but I think he'll just kind of like take like a position outside, just kind of like watching to seeing if anything ambush wise is coming out.
So
at
keep it
us.
on your guard.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm going to stand just inside the door, so I'm close enough that if Ben needs something, I'm there.
Okay. That'll work.
So
Everybody
Ben
else is
then-
on the outside.
Yeah, but I'm watching.
So Ben strolls up to Jefferson. He gets down on one knee, so he's kneeling down. He picks up Jefferson, turns him to make sure that Jefferson can see, as well as hear.
Mhm.
And he holds up the lighter and he says, 37 years. I've been dying for this opportunity. My friends, they're right. I shouldn't be like you. Most of you just destroy everybody. You probably don't even remember my daughter, do you? You just go from town to town, carving your name on little girls. Tonight's been a funny night. All these years, all these decades, I've thought, you're just an evil thing. A monster. But, tried to talk to somebody earlier, and, I thought they'd be a good guy. But they aren't. Even though they went through something similar. Anybody can be broken. I think that's what this is. Anybody can have their mind broken. And he takes the lighter and kind of just tosses it to the side. And he reaches into his jacket, pulls out the little spiral notebook that he normally has that is a pencil, pulls out the pencil, flips it over. Lincoln, Adams, Washington, Franklin, Jefferson. He then holds the thing in his right hand,
Mhm.
and he squeezes it till it's just like kind of crushed within his palm, says, I don't need you to burn here, because you're going to burn somewhere else. So, if I'm going to go there too, save a spot for me. And then he grabs him, and Ben's going to spend a blood point for potence, and he's going to make sure that he can just slam his fist
Mhm.
onto Jefferson's head to go just Gallagher him. Just
All right.
Awesome.
I hold up my sheet.
beware the splash zone.
All right. I'm not going to make you roll. I mean, he's helpless to resist at this point. So, and you're going to keep going until you get the Gallagher effect. So,
Yeah, like if the first hit doesn't go, if the first hit doesn't do it, then he's gonna just keep bam, bam, bam until the deed is done, and but he doesn't scream or yell, but he's like mashing his teeth together until the deed's done.
okay. Let's see. Do you have a humanity lower than a 4?
No.
Okay, you automatically lose a point.
Okay.
Which we pretty much figured this was going to be happening because somebody's getting their comeuppance.
Yeah.
Henri, what is your humanity?
3.
Okay, you're fine. You're actually fine. um, and Lily, you've already lost a humanity point from the scene.
Possible to lose more than one.
No, I know. Everybody else, give me a conscience check. So that would be George, Brittany, and Rachel.
Really have to give a conscience check for that?
Yes.
Wow. What is my conscience at?
Tried to stop him.
I was gonna try something because like we know what this guy did.
Yeah, that's
Right.
why Lily didn't have a problem handing him the lighter.
Yeah, I mean
Dos.
Remus has killed evil people before, so he's like, this is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way.
What's the difficulty?
Difficulty 6.
Okay, I got 2.
2. Okay.
I got 2 as well.
Oh,
Wow.
crazy.
Okay. So, George, you and Benedict turn away. You know, like that. He's doing the right thing, but you can't watch. You don't even want to hear it. You know, you're doing something to tune it out, sort of thing, to keep it, you know, from penetrating your mind. Rachel, this wouldn't be a big deal in the Sabbat, but since you've been trying to turn over a new leaf, and you're applying your tenants more to the city and to basically, you know, what few kindred you keep around you now, just a little bit more disturbing than you were prepared for. So you do the same thing. You're just like, no,
Yeah, not my thing.
yeah, you don't lose a path. You can't. You have to do something to distract yourself from it. Sophie,
I'm gonna practice my obfuscate in the shadow somewhere.
Sophie, probably because you went into his mind, you went a little deep. You know the depravity, or at least have a better understanding of the depravity of this individual.
I just watched him kill 2 police officers without blinking.
Well, maybe killed, but I mean, you know other stuff too at this point. A part of you is just glad that you're a little harder to this. That you know, you cherish your humanity, but this is one time Sophie is good that she's built up some calluses, because this is the right way. This is the way to handle this. Some people just they don't belong on this earth. So you don't cringe, you don't do anything, you just kind of come to grips with what just happened.
Do I lose the humanity too?
You do.
Can I like for
Way to
this
go,
effect?
Ben.
For this effect, can I because I don't think I imagine I don't know. I don't think Remus feels bad for this dude who's getting smashed. I think if anything, if he feels anything, it's for Ben. Like, is it okay for me to kind of
Sure, that's
have
fine.
that influence over?
I mean, either way, you weren't okay witnessing or being a part of what happened. I mean, if you define that as, Ben kind of went off the deep end, a little bit more depraved than you anticipated, and you feel sorry for that, that's fine.
Well, I don't know. It's like I know what this guy did to Ben, and so
Sure, that's fine.
I think
Ultimately you didn't lose the humanity point, so you're affected by it, but in a different way. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah. I just wanted to kind of just be, because I was like, wait, I didn't think that Remus would feel anything for this guy because he seems so terrible.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm. Yeah, that's totally fine. Pardon me.
So Ben's gonna pummel this guy's head till it kind of explodes, and then I'm just gonna stand there watching. And then when he stops, I'm just gonna wait for him to stop to see what he does. Oh, we lost Ben.
We lost him.
Oh.
It was too much for him.
He said,
Yeah.
"Mission complete," and he
And he left. We were trying to get him to stick around.
He went NPC mode, now Jerome.
While this is happening, I'm gonna explain what I saw in the vision to Colin and see if he's heard of anything about like that sort of technology that the marshals had.
You mean via text?
No, he's here. He's with us.
Oh, was he? Okay, I couldn't remember.
He picked her up from the U.S. Marshals.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Jerome, how hot does Colin look right now? Because that may be what I'm distracting myself with.
Grief.
Good Lord.
On a scale from 1 to 10.
On a scale from 1 to Colin.
Yeah.
Hold on one second.
I don't know. Should we say it's a scale between Ben and Colin?
Should we say what?
Let's do this.
It's a
Oh, in
scale
terms of
from
hotness?
Ben. Yeah.
From Ben to Colin.
Well, it depends. How hot is Ben?
Ben's pretty hot, right?
Ben's pretty hot.
I mean, if it was a scale, it'd be more along the lines of Henri to Colin. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
so I mean, you explain it while we're waiting for Ben's player to get back in. So yeah, he shrugs. He's like, I've never heard anything like that, not outside of a movie.
Can you maybe let Watcher know?
Are you sure that's what you saw?
That's what I saw.
So like a Terminator.
He was just as surprised as I was.
Okay, I mean, yeah, I could send him a text, see if he knows anything. I don't know. This is news to me.
Even if he doesn't know, it's something to keep an eye out for.
Was the guy who came to pick you up tonight, was he like that too?
I didn't see him do anything weird. He did kind of seem like the ringleader, maybe?
Well, but like I'm still learning the aura perception thing, but like, can you tell from looking at people's glow if they have that kind of augmentation in them? Like, do they show up?
I mean, considering I've never seen that kind of augmentation before, I don't know what it would, if or how it would manifest in an aura.
Do non-living things give off an aura?
Actually, I did see something kind of weird about his aura. Is like his arms looked cold. I don't know. That's kind of that's really weird.
Then
Uh,
maybe that's it. If
yeah,
he doesn't have a real arm,
he gave off, I don't know, like this kind of a weird sense of, I don't know, kind of like electricity. But I didn't know what to think of that.
Well, you said that they were like half robotic, right?
Huh.
if, th-
Yeah.
if, th-
Okay. Well,
if this guy's got a hefty electronic prosthesis on him,
I mean,
that might.
it would run cold.
maybe we'll have to ask next time we run into him.
Or
Yeah.
maybe we don't let them know that we know that that's a thing that they can do. It might be better if we make them think that we don't know that.
Maybe.
It is essentially, it takes a surprise out of their hands and gives us one.
So I think the next order of business is probably getting together this report. All of those of you who were at the attack, we need to compile our notes and um, get that put together because we've only got 2 days to do it.
I get, yeah. We didn't really have that many interactions with any of the agents. It was all just
I mean,
fighting for.
that's true. We didn't really do anything directly, but
Well,
I think
I mean,
any
like,
observations or recollections of what happened would be, I mean, that's all we can give them, right?
I guess it kind of depends on what he's looking for. If he's looking for names and stuff, it's not like we went hunting anybody. It was we were the ones being hunted.
Yeah, I don't remember having any names.
Peer through my notebook and see if I wrote down any names. Like if that dude who blew up gave us a name.
The dude who blew up. That's his name.
Oh, Bear. That was his name. Hold on.
No, the dude who blew up, his final words were "buh."
Yeah, well, I couldn't remember if he had given like my name is General Hickok. Like,
Did I really not write down ATF anywhere else besides last week? What the heck? Who's taking these notes?
You take notes?
It was me. I'm sorry.
I take notes, but I only write down things that like Remus would know, which of course makes it hard when it's like, wait, what happened? Yeah, I don't have any information about the assault. All I have is just a lot of like, oh god, we're gonna die. Oh no, we're gonna die.
Okay,
Uh,
so while I'm looking at this stuff,
they rebuilt the building. You said, right?
Yeah.
mhm,
What about all this? Like, because that's where like Henri and Trudy were they were captured in the basement of the building, right?
was it the same building that blew up?
That's what they
Mhm.
said, right?
Yeah.
Because didn't they come and like fish you guys out of the rubble?
Oh yeah,
Those,
no, yeah, that's true.
I mean, I was asleep at the time, so I might be wrong, but like,
Oh, I wonder if Jill could. Oh man, I don't want to ask Jill to relive that. That's gonna be awful for her.
I mean, if there's like what I mean is like if they maybe there might be something in the basement still, I don't know if we want to bother to even go and look for it, or if that's even what we want to do. But
I suppose we could.
if people survive the explosion down there might be information. But who's to say they haven't cleaned it out already? I don't know. I'm just kind of grasping at straws.
Might be worth taking a look. Do we have any other business tonight?
I don't know. How's the blood bank doing, Jerome? Am I still like working on that? Like, it's still okay.
Yeah, we're only like a couple nights removed from that at best. This game takes place like where last game left off.
Okay. No, yeah. I was just wondering. I was like, I couldn't remember what the status of it was. Like, is it operating, or is it? I'm still looking for staff and stuff.
Yeah, you're still staffing up and trying to get the equipment. You've got the property at this point. You're trying to literally put it together.
Okay.
Found my notes for that episode. It is, and I quote, 12 exclamation marks.
Oh, good notes.
Yeah.
That's fun.
All I got.
It was a fun night.
All right.
Okay. Well.
So basically, the oldest player in the game from that game quoted Beaker as her notes for that particular game.
I mean, I think that's pretty accurate because, like, from like the moment we showed up on site, they like sniped us, and then there was explosions, and yeah, there was not a whole lot of discourse.
I could probably fill in some of that, but definitely don't have names.
Yeah.
I wonder if we went to see Jill and I used telepathy on her, would she experience it while I was going through her mind to try and find that night?
No. Which Jill are you referring to?
The Jill that they kidnapped and used as bait to get us close to the building. Is there another Jill?
There is.
Can't keep track of the Jills. Jerome.
I know.
Wait, did they do that? Did they take a hostage?
They did. Because remember then Hesperia went to go get her or see her or whatever and got sniped from the roof and she was out the rest of the game. Oh, no, not the whole rest of the game because we had to drag her back to the vehicles for cover. Yeah. There were a lot of snipers. And I entranced one of them. That was pretty cool. Anyway, we don't have to rehash that right now. But
so Ben is back. We left Ben off with crushing his skull, and I was walking up to him to see what his next action is going to be.
Yeah, without getting too graphic, Ben is very messy.
Does Henri hold up a card with a score on it?
Do we need to go back to Walmart and get more?
What?
Oh, clothes?
For Ben? Maybe.
I mean, we need to get him somewhere.
Well, you guys haven't seen him yet. He's still inside.
Seen him yet? Is he still in there?
Well, no. At this point, he's probably come out.
Yeah.
Probably needs some baby wipes too.
If we don't, I mean, unless we have other business, maybe we just head to the Haven and just, I don't know, maybe we leave these clothes here and then we just drive home.
Jerome, did the body ash?
The body quickly corpseified, but it didn't ash.
I need to get my lighter. I don't want to leave my DNA behind.
Well, I would grab the lighter before I walked out of there because I saw him
Okay.
throw it around.
Okay. Ben, are you okay?
You'll still see Ben has hit the little notebook, just like still clenched in his like bloodied up hand at this point, and he goes, "Yeah, yeah, better now."
You
I'm
want
gonna
to
walk
talk
up
to
and
Doc?
try to take the notebook from his hand.
He like puts forth effort to unclench it and drops it in your hand.
Okay.
Okay. Let's get you somewhere. Get you cleaned up and let you kind of decompress.
Right.
So maybe the community haven.
Yeah, sure.
Somebody want to presto change that?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
I mean obfuscate, sorry.
Oh,
Oh, I thought
I
you
mean,
meant
even Colin at that point was like, "Wait, me?"
The cameras can they see us? I don't. Where is the cameras you were talking about, Remus?
No, I'll point out the
Sure.
cameras that I spotted.
Yeah, most of the cameras that you spotted are like high up on the lights that illuminate this yard.
OOC question. With obfuscate, we're still seen on the cameras, aren't we?
Yep.
Yep.
That's what I thought. Okay, so yeah, that's what I thought. I just had to make sure I knew my stuff.
Henry learned that, or Henry learned that a few sessions ago.
Bum bum bum.
Hey, giant.
So I'm like, even if I make it disappear, it's as the camera will see us here. It will not make much difference, but it's at least we can get to the vehicle.
Yeah, let's get him somewhere else.
So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Colin,
Yeah,
make
I can do my own, so you don't have to expend
Yeah.
energy on me.
Yeah, so you get yourself, and then I get everybody else, including Colin.
Okay.
Obfuscated leaving the shipping container area?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys head back over to where your vehicles have been parked and waiting for you.
Okay to drive, or do you want me to try and drive?
I'll
can-
drive.
Okay. Are you okay to drive? I can drive your car.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Andre, why don't you let Andre drive and you just chill?
All right.
Maybe try not to touch anything.
Yeah, good point.
How about I go with Brittany and Colin? That way you can just kind of spread out as much as you need to.
Sure. Thanks, Knives.
Yeah, anytime. And I'm gonna
And
go
Ben,
with
like, yeah.
yeah, I'll go with Brittany. I'll go with Sophie.
With Colin then.
Yep.
Colin and Sophie. Okay. Where's everybody going to then?
The
The
Haven.
Haven, I think.
Yeah, the Haven.
Remus's place.
Okay. So everybody at this point, you drive in not quite different directions, but take different turns and whatnot to not seem quite as suspicious. as a wagon
Oh,
train going to one location.
Before we leave, I'm just like I'm just I didn't hear the conversation in character about getting clothes for him, so I'm just like, can someone pick up a change of clothing for Ben?
Doesn't he live at the Haven now?
Mm-hmm.
He does.
So he still got his stuff there,
Yeah.
yeah. If that's where you guys are going, you can just change there.
That's okay.
So with that, everybody heads back to the old haven that currently Remus is staying at. Everybody else is trying to leave eventually. But, I mean, you get there. Lights are still on out front. Doesn't seem to be super active.
Do I see his car out front?
Oh, the creamsicle? Yes.
Oh, jeez.
Go ahead and roll a self-control check.
Oh, Artoriador.
God, is this about to turn into a rap video?
Yep.
Oh, wait. Do ones still detract?
Yeah. One's always
Yeah.
detract. Okay. It's hard not to stare, but you don't get like locked in.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna walk around it and just kind of like run my hands along it, the car.
Okay. Hun, what are you doing?
What?
What are you doing?
I'm just
Are you looking for impressions on the car?
what? No. I don't think it has any.
Is it really that pretty?
It's just shiny.
Oh,
I mean, I wouldn't have chosen these colors, but
okay.
Who-
I
whose
get it.
car-
I get it. Say no more.
Whose car is this?
Oh, his. And he just points over to Remus, who's holding his hand up.
Yeah, this was a impulse purchase. We leave it kind of like, yeah. I've made some friends with it.
What kind of friends?
I have street cred now.
Well, there's Mercedes and there's Porsche. All the other girls.
It's a long story. We were going looking for info, and I was a great distraction to local folks.
You know, Teslas are nice, but I kind of want something a little fancier too. But maybe not this.
I do have 3.
So at that point, Colin kind of puts his hand or puts his arm around you, and he's like, "Well, we're walking inside now, hon. I'm sure we can discuss this inside with everybody else. Fancy cars and whatnot."
I will let myself be led inside.
All right. Okay, so I mean, everybody is inside, presumably in the living room, short of Benjamin, who is probably washing up and then getting some new clothes.
Exactly.
Is Jeeves around? Is he all right?
Yeah, he's here.
Okay.
No harm, no foul. He was actually sitting on the couch doing nothing, just kind of watching some TV when you guys came in.
Okay. I was just making sure. I was like, it was a little ominous when we arrived. I was like, all my family is like strung up inside. I know it.
Yeah, no. When you come walking in, he says, "Sir, what's wrong with Benjamin? Why does he look like he was in a horror film?"
He's had a really rough night. Yeah. Let's just leave it at that for now. We'll talk about it a bit later.
Fair enough.
But he's a little shook up.
I'm looking around for the cat.
Okay. Yeah, there's no cat here.
Because we're at the communal haven, not Sophie's place, right?
Right.
Right.
Right,
Okay.
but the last time I was at this place, Sophie's cat was here, so
Oh, okay.
and we didn't get along.
So I'm gonna go get something to start cleaning him up.
Okay.
He went back by himself to his room.
I mean, you can hear the shower going.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I won't walk into that.
Okay.
Ben,
Need any help in there?
Yeah, no, you do hear that, but it's you want any help in there?
Oh, yeah, it's his new ghoul, Sharon. Oh yeah, she's gonna be your #1 fan.
Yeah.
Oh, honey, you look like you need a loofah.
Let me get her back for you.
Just
Have
use
you
her
seen that
toenails.
gold toilet?
Don, will you stop?
So, I mean, at this point, everybody is. I mean, you guys are all here.
I'm gonna get on the phone and call John, the mayor.
Okay. So he picks up with a tired voice. Hello?
Hi, John. I need you to do me a favor.
Oh, Sophie. Hi. Hold on a second. Let me get my composure. You can hear a muffled, like, stretch. You know, the groan sort of thing, like he's trying to wake up. Okay. Sorry, I'm still not used to you calling me randomly. I'm sorry. How can I help?
Okay. You remember last year when that building downtown got blown up?
How could I forget?
Could you compile for me any information that you have about what happened, just like on the municipal level? What you remember as far as any official people who were involved, especially names, and then just the bureaucratic stuff, like who sent the permits to get the building rebuilt, etc.
I'm sure I can. It's going to look a little fishy. How quickly do you need it?
If you could get it to me tomorrow,
Oh,
it's kind of urgent.
I will see what I can do. That's kind of a
I
tall order, though.
I have a
I'll see what I
deadline.
can do.
Maybe, yeah, as soon as possible would be good. And if it looks a little suspicious, that's okay. I will go through it and redact anything that I think needs to be kept sensitive.
Okay. Like I said, I will. I'll see what I can put my people to and come up with in such a short time frame.
Thank you.
I can't make any promises, but I will see if we have what you need on record.
Thank you.
Was there anything else?
That's it.
Okay. Alrighty.
Talk to you later.
So, he hangs up.
See what other angles can we get.
Rachel, your Damaris's phone starts to buzz.
Who do I recognize the caller ID?
Kyrene.
I'm sorry?
Kyrene.
Kyrene? Oh. I'll step to the other room. Hey, what's up?
Hey, I know we told you that we have the solstice coming up soon. Adam has kind of tasked me with getting some things done, and I don't have the influence to, ability to grease palms like this to get it to go through.
Okay.
I was hoping maybe you and your group could help with that.
I could try. What are you looking for?
We have we need to place an order for a couple tons of rock, large boulders specifically.
You need to place an order. So you need to order several tons of rock, big boulder rocks.
Right. And of course, like the equipment to at least the equipment to get it shipped.
Okay.
He's wanting to make a stone circle.
Oh, okay. And where does he want it delivered to?
Park.
Well,
Park?
yeah. See, that was what he was saying, and you and I both know we can't just have stone delivered to the park.
Yeah,
Do
that's
you
not
have
gonna work.
Do you have a place we could use, or maybe just loan temporarily to hold on to it till we're ready?
Well, I did just buy a new haven. I suppose we could store them there.
Oh, do
for
you have the
now.
backyard space?
Do I, Jerome? Because I don't know the layout of my property yet.
I mean,
Character.
if you're not doing anything with it and you just put like the pile of rubble someplace, yeah, I mean you could probably do that in your backyard.
It doesn't. I mean, yeah. I mean, really, she's not doing anything with it yet. So
Yeah, you could get away with that. It's gonna look awkward, but I mean, otherwise, yeah, it's fine.
yeah, I could. I think I do have the room. I mean, I just got this place. I haven't started any real work on it yet, but the yard space is of course yours if you need it.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. So get the order put in then, and then have it, I guess, delivered to your place and dumped in the backyard. We can take care of it from there. I mean, obviously, that heavy lifting part of it isn't going to be that big of a deal. We just need some place to store it while we get ready to get the site ready, I should say.
Yeah, I'll let me ask around. I don't even know where we'd get large boulders like that. I'm guessing some sort of landscaping company potentially. So, yeah, let me look into it.
He does have a specific request.
Oh.
Stone from Ireland. So I would imagine.
I don't think that's possible.
Oh, it's possible. That's how they brought some of the buildings over and whatnot. It's just, it takes a while to import it.
So what's the deadline then for this?
Well, we've got until about a week before the solstice, so we're looking at just under a month.
Ooh. Well, let me look and see if there's an import around, at least closer than Ireland, because I'm pretty sure it's going to take longer than a month to get several tons of boulders from Ireland.
Just one specifically, just like a piece of sheetrock or something. The rest of it can come local.
Oh, so he just wants one piece.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, I was thinking maybe contacting a quarry there and seeing if there's, some gypsum or something nice that we might be able to use.
So Corey. Sorry, Rachel's making notes.
You take notes?
I know. Look at that. I actually have stuff written down.
Are you gonna find that notebook next week?
I don't know. You know what? We'll see. I found the notebook that I have is actually the one that where I not first started, but actually has all the info about Father Patrick and the church and stuff. So that's gonna help.
Nice.
Uh-oh, did you just name drop a name?
I did.
And from what time frame?
We will
Like
add that to the
way
list.
in the beginning. It was. Oh, I don't have a date on here, but it was way back when I first got Anzios and the frickin' horse.
The name sounds familiar.
He oversees the homeless poor, travels a lot, sets up shelters.
Who's the dude with the true faith
Uh,
that skipped town after the ATF blowed up our building? Blew up.
yeah.
That was the guy.
Father Patrick, yeah. Yeah. I don't remember. I don't have a note here. I don't remember what happened to him.
I
He
know,
was
huh?
running.
He disappeared.
Yeah. Patrick O'Toole.
Oh,
What a
she's got a full name. Look out.
I do. Oh, I could scry on him. You know what?
Wait, how far does scrying go?
Oh, yeah, that's true. I don't think it's in range, right?
Well,
Well, I've been able to scry pretty far out.
I mean, if he's back in town,
If you look at the description of the ritual, it doesn't have a range.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. Put a pin in that. Let me get my rock order done. Okay. So he wants a piece of at least one big piece from Ireland, and then the rest can be local. Local. Okay. All right. So I've got just about a month. Okay. All right. I will be in touch with you and let you know what I can do. Okay.
Oh, great. Do you mind if I get that address? I've got some smaller things that I need to order. I can just use it to deliver there, and we can pick everything up, I guess, relatively all at once. It's nothing masquerade breaching. I'm just trying to consolidate.
Yes, we can go ahead and do that.
All right.
And she'll provide the address.
Okay. And be sure to let the other anarchs know they're welcome to come. I think he was going to get an invite out, but he's been acting strange lately. So
Could be the upcoming solstice. Okay. Yeah. Then I'll let you know what I can do, and then we'll go from there.
okay, great. And then I will stay in touch with you. The more plans I get situated for the solstice celebration.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay, so she hangs up.
All right. She'll hang up too. Music. Luke Caldwell. Sorry, I'm looking through notes. Okay, so then since I remembered that name all of a sudden during that conversation, apparently.
For some reason,
she'll go back
Kyrene
to the
reminded me
group.
of a Catholic priest.
Yes. So, hey guys, question. Wasn't the name of that guy Father Patrick O'Toole, the one that went missing?
sound familiar.
Oh, went missing when?
Like a while ago, back when the church was sort of just starting to give us issues, we were investigating the church, which is why I actually have a church lady ghoul, Jillian, to get more information from the church.
And Sophie just made the connection to the other Jill.
I mean, obviously she's your ghoul, so you speak with her regularly-ish, but
Ish.
have you...
Heavy on the ish.
I wonder if she would know anything about that girl that we saw at the club the other night.
She might. I can certainly ask her.
We get a name for her?
I don't know. I didn't talk to that girl from the club, so I don't know.
I did not write down a name.
Okay. But you know what?
But she had blonde hair with black tips. That's not super common. Anyway.
Okay. I think I'm gonna scry on Father Patrick O'Toole.
Okay.
Go for it.
Jerome, while they're doing that, I want to text message Sharon.
Shannon?
Oh, yeah, is it Shannon or Sharon?
Shannon. Shannon.
Okay, Shannon. Yeah, I want to find out if she's at the shop.
Okay. So you send her a text. She sends a text back. She says, and it literally says, "Oh, sure. Where else would I be?"
Okay. Gonna respond back. You got somebody to cover you, or can you close up for a while?
Okay. So she calls.
Hi, darling.
What's all this cloak and dagger stuff about closing down early?
I was kind of hoping that I could get a favor from you. If you could come to where I'm at and bring some substance with you.
Oh, are you looking for some of the Pabst Blue Ribbon?
Yeah. That sounds good.
Okay, sure. If you just text me your address, I'll be there lickety split.
Okay, sweetie, I'll send it over.
Okay, goodbye now.
Bye-bye.
Hangs up.
Yep, text where they're at.
Okay.
Oh no, we're giving her the address to the Haven.
Sorry, Todd. But
No,
not
you're
really.
No, you're not.
So I'm gonna scry.
Okay, go ahead and roll. Difficulty 7.
Okay.
Intelligence and occult.
Ooh, intelligence. I need more dice. Thought I had more dice around here.
You thought
Bar
wrong.
9.
I need to clean my desk. That's what I need to do. All right. Well, I have 5. I need like 4 more dice. All right. Difficulty 7. Okay, so I rolled 5 dice first because I don't have the rest of my dice, and I got 3 on that one with a 10, so that's 4.
Okay.
And then I roll 4 more dice. Nothing on the last, so just
Okay.
4.
4. Okay. So when you scry, you see the inside of a building. Very modest accommodations. Specifically, it's a large hall, looks very church-like. However, you're not able to scroll out or move around like you normally are. You're only focused solely on the father that you were scrying.
Okay, what's he doing?
He is presiding over the church. Everybody in the pews, there's pews enough here probably for 40 people. About half of them are full. And they're all men. Several people in the front row have differing types of robes. You're not really up on. I don't want to say don't want to say Catholic denomination, but you're not up on what the frocks and everything quite mean. The ones sitting behind them though are your typical, like what you would see, in the church, just your very lay priest type. But
Do
everybody
I see
here,
any symbols
yeah,
on
you
the
see
clothing?
the cross.
I guess wasn't there a specific symbol for oh god, there was another symbol. It wasn't just the cross. It was another symbol that stood out that sort of marked them as being part of a sort of elite group.
Well, that's a good question.
I
Notes.
Yeah.
It is it says the cross he wears reads Gladius Die, meaning sword of God.
There you go. Do any of them say that?
God sword.
No, actually, they don't. You, however, see that they have the ones that are sitting in the front have kind of a golden sash that they're wearing, and the end of the golden sash, and all of them are positioned the exact same way. The way they're wearing it, it's all uniform like. It's of a crest. It looks kind of like an eagle wearing a two-pointed crown, with a shield for its chest, like your typical, the lion you would see on,
Right.
very typical of medieval style crests. At the bottom, embroidered in kind of a tapered fashion, it says Deus Vult.
Embroidered at bottom. It says, would you mind, what does it say?
Deus Vult. Deus Vult.
Okay. What are they talking about? Just
The father,
stuff?
well, that'd be a good way to put it, I guess. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Hold on one second. I'm going to jump into the Facebook chat real fast and send you a picture.
Okay. It doesn't show anything.
It's
Oh,
black.
you have it on dark mode.
No, it's black.
Is it all black?
Yeah, it's black.
Let's try this again.
It's a picture of darkness.
Mm-hmm.
Imprisoning me.
I'm
All that I
attacking the
see.
darkness.
I cast magic missile into the darkness.
There's going to come a day when Shannon saves all her butts.
She and Doug, man.
Yep.
Or there's going to come a day when there's a book made of Henri skin in Shannon's study.
Shannon's study.
Yeah.
I mean, I can kind of see it. It doesn't let me actually click on it to enlarge it. It just goes
Yeah.
to a broken page.
Yeah.
Society of Leopold Heraldic. That's awesome.
I know we've talked about the Society of Leopold before.
Actually, that's why Colin and Sophie got together.
Is this guy a good guy? I don't think Remus has ever
No.
met him. Oh. Okay.
But anyway, so back to what you were saying. He's actually carrying on a sermon. He's going over some scripture right now. But the gist of what it is you're getting from him that he's saying is that they are preparing.
Oh.
And the time will come very soon when we will strike down the sinners to make way for the rest of the saints.
Do I recognize any of the people in the robes?
Give me a wits and investigation check. Difficulty 8.
Wits and investigation. I spend a willpower for an auto with that type of difficulty.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and spend one.
Why don't you just spend all of them, honey?
No, I wanna keep going.
I like that Shannon is like Jerome's like most self-insert character.
So 2 with the auto.
Two with the auto. Okay, so you start, and one of the reasons why it's so hard, again, you're picking up some sort of interference on your scrying. Like I said, you can't scroll in or out, so you can't make heads or tails of where this is at, but you can at least see him. You end up seeing a female face in the crowd, standing and watching at attention, not sitting in the pews. There are a couple nuns that are here as well. But the female face is the female from the club.
Found your girl from the club, guys. She's saying that out loud.
Okay.
This is bad.
What is she doing? Is she just sort of there?
Yeah, she's just observing.
Observing. That's not good. Because she just got bit. All right. Anything else I should be aware of?
No.
Okay. I'm going to watch for a little bit longer. See how kind of far it goes.
You see them take sacrament at this point.
Okay. They're probably done. Okay. Then I will kind of sever that connection and...
Okay.
So, guys...
not to interrupt, I will
oh,
tell you this
sorry.
does not look like the church that you're used to seeing. The church that's in town.
Okay. Okay, then. So then before I would have, I guess, can I look at any is there any sort of literature or paperwork that tells me what church it is?
No. In fact, while it looked like this was a room that you might conduct a sermon or a service in, you didn't get the impression that it was a church.
Okay. Yeah, because churches typically, I mean, I guess my experience, have a lot of windows and things like that. Did this look like, were there a lot of windows around? There was nothing like that? Like okay.
No, none of the stained glass windows or anything of that nature. I mean, it was definitely decorated on the inside.
Well,
very honorific to Christ our King, but no like stained glass windows or anything that you would normally see from like a Catholic church.
Yeah. So how many people, I'm sorry, did you estimate were there?
Well, 20 that were seated. There were a couple sisters, so maybe 5.
So around 20 to 25? Attending, okay. And do they all range in just sort of, I don't know, ages and types, I guess? Or is there, you said it was all men, but
that were seated,
a couple
yes.
nurses.
Sisters, okay. Yes.
Okay. All right. So she'll kind of turn back to the group after she's done. I think that definitely we have a problem. I remembered us encountering, or not really encountering, but dealing with, well, I guess the same thing, huh? Father Patrick O'Toole. And trying to figure out the best way to describe this. That girl that you saw at the club that Ben biffed on biting, she was there.
Oh, what?
And he's basically right now they're in a church like room, but I don't think it's an actual church. Like there's nothing that indicates that this is like a public type service, and everybody that was in the crowd, there's at least 20 of them, all male, with a couple of nuns there. But these guys in the front had these sashes and these robes that they were wearing with this thing called, or something embroidered at the bottom of the sash. I don't know. Rachel can't pronounce it. Something Volt.
They use Volt.
They use Volt. And then there was a crest that had a eagle with a crown on it and a shield. And she was drawing as she was doing this. So did you want me to make a crafts check for that, or?
Nah.
Okay.
I'm
She'll
gonna
hold
look
up.
up. Oh, sorry.
She looks at. No, you're fine.
I'm gonna try to look up the Volt thing. See if we can figure out what that means.
But they're preparing for some kind of an attack. And specifically, it's one of those sinners versus saints. Basically, they're gonna make room for the saints by getting rid of us sinners.
Us sinners.
Yeah.
So religious hunters.
Religious fanatics, yes.
That's great. We get rid of the crazy presidents, and now we have to deal with St. Patrick and
Technically, this
And
O'Toole
his
fellow
disciples.
has been around for really a while. He disappeared for a bit, and then now he's resurfaced. I don't think he's in a church near us, though. I didn't get that sense, but I also was a bit blocked on being able to sort of pan out like I normally can to see what's around. I couldn't do that this time. I can only see in the church at the sermon that was going on.
So he was only letting you see what he wanted you to see.
George, when you look that up, you get the interpretation of the word, or the phrase, I should say. It's Latin. It means God wills it.
Okay.
But you don't see anything matching the description that you got.
Okay. Is there any like connotation with like local, like, if it's an old phrase, like who is? Do I get the sense of like, oh, the groups that use this phrase today are like blank group, or do I get anything like that?
No, but I mean it was an early church phrase, in Latin. So
Okay.
Holy Roman Empire, dating all the way back to that Deus Vult, God wills it.
So and these guys were people that you all fought against at some
Well,
point?
they were behind the attacks on our havens a while back.
Is that the one that where they rolled? Is that the ATF thing? Are you saying they're connected with?
I believe so. I can't remember out of character. Sorry.
Well,
I
because
think
yeah.
that's
Oh,
true.
sorry.
I think that's true. I think they destroyed the Haven and Luke's house and the building. That was all the same operation.
Hmm.
Well, because the ATF guys that we dealt with were we didn't see any like church iconography on them, did we? Or they were like special forces, kind of like SWAT team kind of tactical stuff, right? Or were we seeing like Dave's Vault or anything like that on their like?
I don't remember seeing any priests
Well, priests
during
don't
that.
always, have to dress,
I
the
suppose that's
part.
true. Oh, wait.
Well, it was more of like painted on a riot shield, or
Nothing like that. Ben,
yeah.
you're done
I'm
at this
sure they've
point.
got connections to all of that. I mean, it would not surprise me in the least, especially with recent events.
Are those the people that showed up at your place that were like in like helms?
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty much a full-on attack.
Yeah, but I mean, like the people who attacked us were in like riot gear, but like the guys who attacked you, because you described them to us, you said that they were wearing like helms with like crosses across the face, right? Or am I misremembering another time we were
I do
attacked?
remember that part.
You are not misremembering.
There
Okay,
are
there.
so
Yeah. When are we ever not in trouble?
This is true.
actually, I think when Sophie was attacked at Luke's house, I think the person that attacked them was in priest robes.
Is this information that we could be handing over to Sophie's U.S. Marshal's friend, this Father O'Toole guy, if he's
Indeed.
if he was in league with what was going on, like the ATF probably, especially if they have Mega Man arms and knives and stuff, maybe they can deal with it.
So this Marshall guy, what is he specifically looking for? Just information?
Yeah, I guess the gist they don't know what went down
He
the
didn't
night that
say,
the building blew up.
he didn't say why he wanted it. He just made it known that he was here for a specific purpose and wanted all of the information we have about that incident, and he wanted it in 2 days' time. And that if we cooperated and kept our heads down, then we didn't need to be worried. Kind of they're not here for us at this time. That was the impression that I got.
Maybe the attack on us was not something that was okayed. Like, why else would this U.S. Marshal guy be here looking for information about ATF and like coming to us for that information and not immediately just like torching our houses or popping our tires.
And how do they know about us as Ben walks in?
How do they ever know about us?
I mean, we're so good at keeping a low profile, though.
I mean, we better be, right?
Hey, how are you feeling?
I'm fine. Let's just focus on this.
Okay, I called Shannon and asked her to bring you some stuff.
Wait,
Oh,
the Ben stalker lady, or not Ben? Henri's stalker lady.
Yeah, she's soon to be in school.
yeah. That's
She's
right.
coming here.
Perfect timing. That reveal was beautiful. Thank you.
Uh, why is she coming? Why is she coming here?
Because she's bringing Ben some blood.
This would be the perfect time for you to make the moves on her, Henri. Just saying.
Yeah,
The
make
only
Ben
move that will
happy.
make one of this woman is maybe to slice and dice her. But if she was going to be your ghoul, then I will not do this. But I'm not interested in her whatsoever. I would like to keep my distance from her, if possible.
You're gonna break her heart.
Also, real quick, I think I may have missed a thing. Damaris mentioned a person that you all saw at a nightclub at this.
Yeah, chick.
What is
The
what's
one
the
you
history
bit,
behind-
Ben, or tried to bite. She was
Right.
there at this meeting.
Oh, I bit her.
He bit.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. That's why you ran away. Well, she's at this church meeting, so that's appropriate. Oh, sorry, you weren't there for that. So I just scryed on one of the individuals that I remembered being a big part of basically the church that we had issues with, Father Patrick O'Toole. He went missing, and a while back we believe that he was responsible for attacks on our havens and such. They are at a sermon right now in some location. I couldn't tell the location, but basically there was a bunch of guys there. He's given a sermon about, sinners versus saints and preparing to attack or strike or go in. And she was there, standing with this group of 20-ish people.
How long ago did Ben not bite this lady?
2 nights.
Sounds about right.
So it can't be too terribly far if she's.
So that was the night you guys went out without me.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, that's why you should always have knives with you.
I don't think that would have worked in
True.
the club.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have a metal detector at the club. Can't bring
Well, I
knives
would
in.
hope I wouldn't put off the metal detectors.
Oh, well, I thought you meant like bringing knives into a club. Like,
I'm knives.
Oh, that's right.
wait,
Went over my head there.
All right, kid. Don't worry your head about it.
wait. So
Yeah.
what's my?
Kid.
Kid.
I'm kid.
What else do I call you? And
Okay.
tell you
And
what,
librarian.
when it's no longer your first day, maybe I'll call you teen.
Teen
Teen,
vamp.
teen wolf.
No,
Yeah,
teen vamp.
I mean, I've
the
got the face
knives.
for it.
So he's a kid. The librarian.
You can hear a muscle car pulling up out front.
Ben goes
You
to
know,
the window to look.
Yeah.
Is the
You got
pool is the pool house still available for me to go and sit in?
Is it still partially exploded?
Actually, yeah, no one's had a chance to fix it, so yeah.
These ghouls doing all day.
Polishing my gold toilet.
That never
I'm
gets
to
me.
go. I'm just gonna obfuscate. Just
Okay.
I'm gonna start taking notes on the stuff that we're discussing.
Okay. And so there's a knock at the door, and you guys see some haggard old lady come walking up.
Hey.
But she's got her hair done up, in like a bun sort of thing.
Hey, sweetie.
She has a brown paper bag in one hand, and just tucking her keys into her purse in the other.
Go ahead and answer the door.
Oh, hey, Benjamin, how you doing? You looking a little pecked.
Not bad, Pawn Star. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing fine. Your friend Lily told me to bring you PBR, so I brought you some PBR. So she pulls out a 6-pack. I didn't know you ate food. If that was the case, I would have picked up something a little bit more classy.
I think some wires got crossed, but hey, here I'll take that anyway. Come on in. Come on in.
no.
Okay, she comes walking and looking around. She's like, "Oh, hey, this is what a gathering of all your kindred types here."
Yeah, you got it.
Hi,
You know
Shannon.
everybody here?
Well, I just know that they're all kindred, except for that guy over there. She points at Chiefs.
And Colin.
No.
Interesting.
He's too hot. He must be a vampire.
Remember, Colin sparkles in his aura, so he does not give off a mortal aura.
Does aspect show like is there like a shimmering Henri like outline?
It is possible if it's high enough.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she has to have aspects of 6 in order to break my obfuscate. So
Quick, run to the gold toilet. You'll be safe there.
my back is against the wall.
What if she needs to use the toilet? Humans
she-
still do that.
She's human.
No, I'm still in the room.
Yeah, she's like, sure, I'm human.
I
thought
know.
you figured that out already. She's looking right at Remus.
I don't know what. So I have a question for you. Well, first thing, Shannon, welcome to the house.
Oh, it's pretty swanky. I kind of like it.
Yeah.
Is that a new sound system over there?
Yeah. We'll play around with it in a minute, but like, 2 things. One, please keep the address a secret. This is not a.
Oh, sure. The masquerade and whatnot. No, I totally get it.
Yeah. Well,
Good.
I mean, just in general, like, please don't just share it out with, just anybody.
Who am I going to share it with?
I'm not saying you will. I'm just asking. But
Oh, sure.
Lips
are sealed.
Also, all right, cool.
Shannon, there was another reason for me inviting you over here. You were brought to our attention. It was pretty much told to us that we had to find you a odometer or something bad could happen to you.
Oh,
And
I was wondering when that was going to catch up to me, huh?
and so
They told you about Rebecca?
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And Ben here is willing to take you on.
Oh.
And I guess this will work some as well because I was hoping when I said he needed substance that I didn't want to say blood over the phone.
Oh, I just assumed that you had some sort of secured phone or something, though I brought the PBR.
Yeah, that's fine. I can drink it and enjoy it for a little bit. But I don't know, Ben, do you want to take her into another room or you just want to do it here?
Oh, what, are you talking sex? Because that's not my
No.
interpretation of being Gould. That's
No,
kind of
no,
awkward.
No. It's here's the deal. I'll supply you with blood when you need it. You don't really need to use that network that you've been doing, and I don't expect you to go off doing things for me during the day or anything. But tell you what, if you keep an ear out for me, like if I call upon you and ask some questions, some weird types come into your store, you hear something.
Oh, sure. Give me the 411 and anybody comes into the shop. That's pretty standard protocol.
Good. What do you say?
Can I ask what kind of clan are you?
Bruja.
Ooh, potent.
The most.
This girl knows a lot.
I lean into Sophie and I say, I think Shannon's going to be our new mom.
Oh. I'm just going to pat him on the head.
Oh, no. She said, sure, that saves me a whole lot of trouble.
Fantastic. Excellent. You doing okay on blood right now?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I just made contact with that Dixie lady a couple days ago.
Yeah, by the way,
What's she doing?
how long have you been using that network with Dixie?
Oh, about a month after Rebecca went missing.
Long time. Wow. All right.
Yeah, she was kind of persona non grata from what I understand, so I didn't feel right going up to the family and saying, hey, she kind of left me hanging.
Probably the right move.
You know, Shannon could probably help us get our bank going as well. Since she knows people.
Oh, I ain't any kind of financier.
No,
that's
blood
not.
bank.
Yeah, no, our blood
Oh,
bank.
you mean like? Oh, I see what you're saying, like the Vampire Red Cross and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Oh, sure, I can help with that.
They'll
But-
give you something else to do besides the pawn shop. Get you out and get you circulating.
Oh, well, I have to hire somebody if I'm going to get help around the pawn shop. It's usually just me.
You know, I actually wouldn't mind helping you out every once in a while. I think it would be fun.
It's kind of boring after hours. Only the crazy types come in.
I know, but
Well,
they're
that
my
and that
favorite.
Henri. He's so dreamy.
Yeah, I know. He unfortunately couldn't be here tonight. But he gives his best regards.
No, he doesn't.
I have a question, Shannon. How did you? Because you called Henri before. How did you get his number? Where I'm kind of scratching my head because I don't remember like him giving it to you before.
Oh, I got it from the receipt.
Wait, no, because I'm the one who bought the thing, so I would have used my phone. I wouldn't have put Henri's phone number.
Oh, I know.
What do you mean by you got it from the receipt?
Well, it kind of printed itself up on the receipt. I got a friend who can do that sort of thing. Kind of a leftover from Rebecca.
I have no idea.
You
what any
mean
of this
like
is.
a spirit touch?
More spirit and less touch.
So you spirit sighted his phone number.
If that's what you call it.
Oh, interesting. You are very resourceful.
I try.
I knew I was going to really enjoy having you around.
When did you get that? So it's a spirit that's helping you do that?
Yeah. He tends
How
to
did
watch
you-
the front of the store and then whispers something in my ear if somebody looks kind of fishy, especially at night.
Yeah, I think
Those
talked
spirit
about
types,
that, didn't we?
they thrive off of like the drama and the energy and whatnot. Kind of like emotional vampires, like that special off of Ricky Lake.
Okay. Does that spirit only hang out at your place, or does it follow you?
Oh, he follows me around.
Is he with you
Wow.
right now?
Any one of you around here necromancers? It's just these guys like looks around.
Do we need a Ouija board?
Oh.
I'm gonna use aura perception.
Is that the first dot of?
It's the second dot of Auspex.
Oh, second. Oh, dang! We only got the first.
Five.
Yes.
Okay. You see well, I mean, you already know that Henri's over yonder, but you also see a disembodied, aura near her.
I'm just gonna point at it.
Oh.
Does he talk like Vinny talks?
Who's Vinny?
The Giovanni.
I don't know. I don't know no Vinny, sweetheart.
Oh, you'd probably like him. He's very colorful. Big sweetheart.
Okay, if you say so.
I say so.
So what all does the spirit do for you other than just tell you phone numbers?
He watches out, lets me know things that I may not have seen. Regular spirit stuff.
Wow. Oh. Hey, if your spirit can talk to other spirits?
Well, yeah, it tends to be what happens on the other side. From what I understand, they interact kind of like how we interact.
Okay.
Shannon, can you talk to spirits? Or just that one?
Oh, I can talk to them. I'm what they call a medium. I suppose that's why Rebecca ended up pulling me in and making me a ghoul.
And psychics are real too.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Remus,
But
I
I'm-
can't tell if you're saying that sarcastically or not. Because look
Re-
at
I was
the
gonna say,
shit we've dealt with.
Remus, you already know psychics are real because you employ 2 of them.
Oh, do they count as psychics?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I think like in Remus's head, they were just like mutants, like superheroes or something. Like,
Like, oh sure, vampires are real, but psychics aren't.
well, but
The next thing you're going to tell me is vampires are real.
well, but Remus also thought that one lady was a gargoyle, but she turned out to be a vampire. Like, it's like there's a lot of like,
Vampire and a gargoyle.
yeah, well, because it's a clan the thing, but yeah, it's like there's a lot that he just like he's not surprised. It's more just like he's like, okay, like he pulls out a book and he writes psychics like underneath a long list of things he didn't know about before.
Okay.
You go, Steve Rogers.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
runs on some kind of electricity.
I know that one.
Dang, I had a question, but now I can't remember what the thing is called. So,
Fantastic.
hold please. Talk amongst yourselves.
So the,
Yeah,
the
might,
spirit that you deal with, she points next wherever Sophie pointed.
Like the general vicinity, yeah.
That dude. Can he go in churches?
I suppose he could.
I mean, does he like recon?
Again, I mean, I suppose he could, but it's not like I can see what it's like on the other side.
That's true.
From what I understand, it's not all the same. So, like, my pawn shop may not be there. It may be like some old wooden building if it left some kind of impression, or so I'm told.
So there's no way for you to see what he sees.
Oh no, of course not. And technically, he's not even supposed to be talking to me, so he keeps it on the down low, which is why I say he whispers.
Who is he worried about finding out? Is it like
So you don't know about the rules on? They got kind of like a masquerade, kind of like we's got. Only their rules are a lot more heavy-handed. They get turned into like coins and whatnot.
the coins?
Like their soul gets attached to an object like that?
Oh,
Or-
no. They get pounded into a coin and turned into cash.
Sophie's gonna grab Colin's hand and
Huh.
hold on to it really tightly.
So how accurate? Oh, okay. I guess I was imagining that sort of like Patrick Swayze in Ghost. That's what I was thinking. Like how? What does he get out of doing this? Like, is there anything you supply him, like
I protect his stuff.
stuff? So it's like an anchor, I guess, like important things.
Oh, of course.
I shouldn't pry. I just met him. I don't.
Just like vampires have certain things that mythology said was bunk and other things turn out to be real, some spirits have kind of the same thing. They have like ties to the mortal world.
So when you say he gets pounded into cash, are you saying that all our coins are pounded spirits?
Oh, no, of course not. But a pounded coin could actually be some sort of feta for a particular ghost. Like, say, for instance, he was a gangster and had a favorite lucky coin. Maybe it would left some sort of an impression. You get a hold of that, you get some sort of control over the spirit.
Oh. Wow, I didn't know that.
Shannon, have you?
I thought you guys associated with the Giovanni. Didn't they not tell you none of this?
No.
They didn't give us a handbook.
They don't like to talk about family business.
Oh, that's fair. That's true. That is very true.
Have you been over to the cannery downtown?
Oh, I avoid that place like the plague. What are you talking about, sweetheart? That's like Ghost Central. You don't go messing with that.
I know.
You know?
I know.
Sure. Okay, you know.
It's a long story.
This
I
city is
just
so haunted.
I met someone around there, and I was curious if he's still bopping around town. Kind of lost track of him.
What you meant a hobo outside the new project cannery?
No,
Because I don't associate with them. They tend to be vagrants.
I don't associate with them either. No, I mean a wraith.
He got a name?
Cal?
Is there more to it than just Cal?
Short for Calvin. He used to work there.
Short for Kal-El, son of Jor-El.
Does he? Do you know what he looks like? Like outfit, something? Because when they die, they tend to take like the visage of what they most identified with, and sometimes, unfortunately, how they died.
I don't remember what he looked like.
Why don't you give me a wits and alertness check to see if you can recall that? It was a while ago, so I'll make it a difficulty 7.
I would have to really dig through my notes to find that, and that would take me a while. And by my notes, I mean like transcript. Okay.
Right.
Wits
a different set of notes.
Right. Wits and alertness?
Wits and alertness, difficulty 7.
So if a ghost was wearing like a mascot costume and they died in it, like they would like manifest always as like Barney?
Oh goodness, no.
Oh, okay.
But if he liked the outfit and he was known for it a lot, maybe. So like say for example, your favorite Dallas Cowboy, maybe he died in a football stadium, he might be floating around over there looking to pick up some pig skins.
Huh.
How many did you get? Okay. So she like turns and like looks at nothing. Oh, he knows who Cal is.
Is he staying out of trouble?
He hasn't seen him in a while, so I couldn't say.
Do you know where he hung out last you knew?
So she like turns and looks and she says, "Oh, I guess there's a hangout at that train station museum thingy."
Okay.
Isn't that where we hang out?
Yes.
There's ghosts there.
I mean, I'm not really that surprised, but I mean,
He
Yes, it
says
is.
something about it like being blocked off now. So I guess maybe they like sealed it from this side or something.
Did we do that? Did you all do that?
I know who did that, but it wasn't any of us. Sorry. Okay. Sorry. This kind of goes back to when Colin got lost, and I had to go find him, and it was this whole thing.
Oh.
It was a mess. But he's back, and he's better. So that's what's important.
Yeah, Colin's in the kitchen at this point.
Of course.
Grabbing a Mountain Dew.
Or a PBR.
Cool, I get drunk.
Yeah, PBR. I don't drink. I don't know what things are.
Yeah.
Pabst
Go
Blue
ahead.
Ribbon.
Colin can drink the beer.
So did you have any other questions for me since we're like, ask a Sharon a question or shake your favorite medium?
Wait, did you say Sharon or Shannon?
Shannon.
Okay, because I keep hearing Sharon, and so I'm sorry.
I have a little bit of an accent. Sorry.
No, I was asking Jerome.
oh,
Jerome
Because,
is keeping it in character.
Shannon.
I knew it was a good idea to make you a friend of ours.
Oh, well, it's nice to have friends.
You bet.
Speaking of which, Henri never called me back. I think he's kind of avoiding me.
Yes.
Maybe
I
he's
think-
just shy.
Yeah, and I think his phone might have broke.
I think he probably hasn't been on a date in a while.
I'm going to just appear and say, I don't want to see you.
Oh,
Oh.
well, she's sticking around now.
That is fine. She may stick around. She's not going to stick around with me.
Okay, so I mean, she looks a little surprised, and she's like, "Oh well, okay.
Hello, Shannon. It's nice to see you again.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah,
sure it won't be the
absolutely.
last."
Okay. I'm
He's
just going to sit on
tenacious.
the couch. I'm just going to walk over, just sit down on the couch, like, oof.
Right.
This is a very eventful night.
Yeah.
These people are
And-
speaking for me. Thing.
Hey, Shannon, can I talk to you in a different room for just a minute?
Oh, is this about the blood thing? Sure.
Yeah, sure. So he guides her off to like wherever Ben's room is.
Okay.
I'm just going to
Well-
sit on the couch and
So
mumble.
she's like, "You got something dead that crawled up around here? There's a faint smell of formaldehyde."
Yes, all of us. Sorry. While they're doing that, just as a quick note, I'm gonna be looking up quarries and stuff on my phone
Sure. Okay.
for my little project.
That'll work.
Yeah, no, had a run in tonight, and so somebody saying if somebody dies, and what causes them to be like a spirit hanging around?
Oh,
You know?
sorta. Keep in mind, I'm not like a full-fledged necromancer or anything like that. I just hung around them. But like traumatic events, unfinished work, that sort of like hoopla, according to mythology, there's some truth to that.
Okay. Is
Why,
there,
you got something bugging you?
Well, if it's possible, does your ghost friend have a name or anything?
Oh, his name is Dougie.
Another Doug.
Dougie. Okay. All right. Is it possible for Dougie to see if somebody's there? I mean, I'm no necromancer or any of that. I don't know how the afterlife works, or if just everyone turns into ghost or something. But there's this little girl. If she's around, then I've got to know. I want to know if she, went on to the afterlife, or if he's stuck as a ghost. Could Dougie help with that?
What? It's this little girl. She come from around here.
Well, no. It's kind of far. New Orleans.
So she like turns and like expecting some sort of an answer. Dougie says something about how like that world and this world doesn't line up exactly the same. So you kind of need to give him more to work with. See, the Shadowlands, it ain't like a heaven. It's like an in-between sort of place.
Okay. She was my little girl. She died in 1985. It's pretty terrible.
Oh, so this was a while ago.
Yeah.
And
So,
how did she die? If you don't mind me asking, since we're getting kind of personal.
that's the bot. Carved his name on her chest. Tortured her to death.
That would be pretty bad. Yeah. Okay, so Dougie, torture victim, and gives him the name. Do you know anybody who could probably look that up? Maybe on the other side and get back with us. And just kind of like looks around and says, "Okay, Dougie's gonna do some fishing, and he'll let me know what he comes up with."
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, sure
yeah,
thing.
whenever. Yeah. Yeah, that's all I had there. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm gonna be talking to you a bit. There's a house we should take you and Dougie to when we've got the time. There's this Bridget Laurent. She was abducted, and there seemed to be some sort of spirit where she was taken from down in Medford. But we'll get to that soon, I'm sure.
Oh, you're talking about Madame Rougeau.
Oh, yeah, you've heard of her then?
Oh yeah, we psychics travel in similar circles. Facebook groups.
Oh, do you know what happened to her? I mean, she's been missing for a little over a month.
Oh, well, she hasn't logged in quite some time, but yeah, she went up and went missing. There was some sort of a psychic from the area, kind of a hack. People don't tend to, pay him much heed. But they said she got double tapped.
Like, you mean shot?
Oh yeah, no, I mean like gangland style. But again, he's kind of a hack.
Well, if you know him, I mean, I might as well talk to whoever this hack is, see if he's got any more info.
Okay, sure. I don't have his information on me. It's back at the shop, but I could get it for you.
Yeah. When you head back, give me a ring or text it to me. Here, let me make sure you got my number and make sure that
Oh, she's like, yeah, no, I've already got your number.
Of course you do. Thanks, Pawn Star. Let's talk to the group.
Codename Pawn Star. Okay, sure thing. All right,
Head
let's
back to the
see.
main room.
George,
Yes.
this is for Dale. Odd or even?
Even, because
Okay.
you just got even.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so they come walking back. Well, while they were talking, anybody have or say or do anything in the meantime?
I think
Just
Lily's
looking up
just kind of
stuff.
taking in everything that she's learned about the spirit world.
Okay.
Yeah, is that worth a dot of lore?
If you spend expenditure for it, it is absolutely worth the dot of lore because that was a lot of on the spot info.
Sweet. Yeah,
Actually,
I'm
does
gonna
that
spend.
mean Sophie would have a dot of lore?
What's that?
Does that mean Sophie would have a dot of
If
lore?
you spend the XP, yes, you would. You would probably have a little bit more than just the one.
What lore is that?
Well, they're talking about spirit lore, so that would be generic wraith lore. You could actually buy wraith lore. You could buy up to wraith lore too.
Okay.
Could I ask Benedict, like, if using ghosts is something, like, is that something that he did when he was, like, in the cam?
Okay, hold that thought real quick.
Okay.
You get a text message, Henri.
Oh.
It's and then another one comes up and it's pictures.
What are they pictures of?
Buses.
Buses?
Yep, they're the old school buses.
Because Robert was talking about like renovating a bus kind of thing and turning it into a house.
Oh, that's right. We were going to bury buses.
Yep.
Hmm.
And if you are on an out of character note, if you want to look up the Ark 2 on Google and how that was constructed, that's literally what Robert is going for.
The Ark 2?
Yep. It's an actual thing. I think it's up in Canada.
All right. So I'm very interested in looking at the buses. I'm like,
Yeah, they don't look like they run, like they got, dropped off at the property. But he's just showing you that there's progress at this point. Oh, and you were asking about spirits? Yeah, Benedict is like, absolutely not. That's a Giovanni thing. Never touch the foul stuff.
Oh, okay. Huh. All right, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, no, Remus is like, oh, I don't know. I don't know. New things every day.
Okay, so at this point, Ben comes walking back in with Shannon. She goes over and gets herself a glass of water.
Do you need anything else, Shannon? Like, I'm sorry, we don't entertain like people that much. Like, is there anything else we can get you to make you comfortable, or?
Well, she says, "Oh no, I'm fine. I make do."
You have your beer.
And she opens up the fridge and she's like, "Oh whoa, now ain't this swanky?"
Yeah, pretty nice setup, right?
You could just slap a label on icy on this and you could turn this into a big commercial deal. Of course, you'd have to market it to Kindred only, of course.
I'm gonna go into Benedict. Wait, Benedict, did you get like? Actually, this is a good question. Like, this like, is there anything weird about how the fridge is made? Like, is it like a special thing, or
Yeah,
is it just
it's specially modified to hold the blood?
Oh, okay.
Like where you would normally have filtered water, you would actually put blood in there. So it can contain, chill, and dispense blood.
How did he get this? I have no idea.
Specially made.
Yep, specially made.
I'm gonna be a kid forever. It's always gonna be my new day.
Is it all one person's blood? Or is it mixed together of multiple people's blood?
Firing minds want to know.
That's a great question.
Look in the garage and see if there's somebody out there hooked up to the tap.
Actually, I could just go over there and smell it.
In the freezer.
Probably. I don't know. I don't care that much.
I think it's probably just more important that they're hot. This is kind of the.
Yep.
But I don't know.
Hot women, anyways.
Yeah.
Oh,
What? Shannon's not hot enough for you?
No.
So Colin's blood wouldn't do anything for
Benedict? No.
Yeah.
Colin's blood is spoken for. Okay.
Well, I don't know.
It would do something for Remus.
Okay. Well, we actually have a special.
Sorry. That's the Ark 2. It's crazy. There's 42 buses. It's just It's a crazy underground bunker.
Wow.
Told you.
Perfect for you.
At first, you were looking at me like, "What the heck are you talking about?" Now you see the master plan.
This dude's 86 years old. He's building this whole thing. It's crazy. It's awesome.
It was essentially designed for like a fallout shelter. For when the world came to an end, he would select something like 50 people or something like that to go in there.
All hot women.
That sounds like the
probably.
plot of like a Fallout game.
It
Yeah.
can hold up to 500 people. It's like an underground mini city.
Hmm. So that is what Robert is aiming for, just smaller.
Cool. We need to start making some money is what we need to start doing.
Yeah. So anything else?
Mm-mm.
As Sophie's just compiling the notes of the stuff that they've been talking about with the ATF attack.
Okay.
Do we have time to? I do want to talk to Jill and or like read her mind, but I don't know if this is the place to do it, or now is the time to do that.
Well, how much time do you think you got left?
It's
Not a
probably
lot.
pretty late. Great.
5 minutes.
But like, should we?
Well,
What,
I mean,
5 minutes?
in terms of like daytime, like what time is it like in game? Because
Um,
we've been doing a lot of stuff tonight.
At this point, you're looking at like 2 a.m.
Okay.
That's plenty of time. Should I invite her over here or should I go to their place? Because actually, Susan and Stephanie might not remember a whole lot about that attack.
Well, because they weren't. Yeah, they were in the Haven with us,
Right,
right? Yeah. So
One of them was almost dead.
right.
yeah, I think I leapt into. Do I still have the burns from that?
Yeah, because it scars. Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, because I jumped into fire. I think to help one of them.
Fire scars?
Yep. Aggravated damage can scar.
Huh. Um,
Be right back.
Okay.
Oh,
so probably just Jill then. But I'm going to explain this to the group and just ask, like, should I invite her over here or should I? Has she been over here before? Do you remember?
Probably not.
Because we haven't seen her in a while collectively. I usually just go visit her at her place.
The last time you
Uh,
were together in like a big group venture of any kind, it was at your place.
if you're gonna pry into like stuff about her, because you were saying like she probably is not gonna enjoy reliving that. Maybe it'd be better to give her the option of where it happens, just where she'd be comfortable.
Which is probably going to be her place.
It's, nobody wants to relive bad memories in large groups in unfamiliar places.
I guess I will give her a call.
Okay. So she picks up. Hey, Soph, what's up?
Hey Jill, how you been?
Good.
You sound chipper.
We just got done watching What We Do in the Shadows, so it's been a pretty
Oh.
good night.
Yeah. Can I ask you a favor?
We're not talking like a boon, are we?
I'll leave that up to you.
Oh, what? Okay, now you lost me. Like, do I owe you? Is that what you're asking?
No. No. Okay, so long story short, there's some people in town that I need to get information for, and it's very important. And they're asking for information about that attack last year downtown. And I thought I could really use whatever you have in your head about what happened that night.
Oh, so you're just trying to take a deep dive into my noodle?
Is that okay?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think you really have to be there for it if you don't want to.
Okay, I can't take off my head.
I mean, mentally.
Are you talking drugging me up? I'm okay. You've lost me at this point.
Okay, so sometimes when I
I
do
thought
this,
you were just like gonna do like telepathy or whatnot.
yeah, no, yeah, that's what I mean. Okay, so but like sometimes when I do that, I can do it without the subject knowing or
Okay.
having to re-experience the things that I'm looking for.
Okay.
That's what I meant.
Okay, I'm on board for that. That's fine.
Okay, well maybe this won't be as bad as I feared. Would you be available for me to do that tonight?
I mean, we just got done watching a show. We're not exactly like super active and doing anything right now.
Do you want me to come to you, or do you want to come to me?
No, it's fine. I can come to you. What's up? Where are you at?
I will cover the phone and ask Rebus if it's okay if she comes here.
Unlike Lily.
I mean, I don't own this house. Who does own this house?
Actually,
You don't own this house?
No. We got it through Trudy, right?
Trudy and Malcolm own this house.
Yeah, we're essentially squatters. I don't even know if we pay rent.
I gotta get my own place.
We're
Yeah,
using rent.
I'm trying to
She
I'm
wouldn't-
trying to get my own place too.
Awesome.
Hey,
Too many.
Ben.
We've
Lily's
been
got an extra
attacked here.
room.
Until someone blows it up.
So,
We've been attacked here. I don't want to stay here.
so I can have her come here.
I mean, we're all planning on moving pretty soon at some point, so that'll probably be fine.
Okay. I tell Jill that I will text her the address.
Okay. Sure.
Or I mean, I can just tell her the address.
Yep.
I guess.
I don't know. I'll be over there in like what 15, barring traffic.
Sure. Thanks.
No problem.
Oh, she sounds so much better. Quite a relief, actually. She was having a really hard time for a while.
Is she okay?
Well, she was dealing with a lot of PTSD from all of that. And her friends getting melted gold
They got
into their
golded.
systems. And all of that messed up stuff.
Does anybody become like one of us and then like have like a happy experience like afterwards, like where it gets better? Or it's I don't know. It just kind of seems like every day is a new struggle.
Right.
It was like that
Or
when
anarchy.
I was alive.
I mean, my life wasn't easy, but I remember there were good times.
You don't have good times now?
I mean, I think I have ironically funny times, but it's a lot of like I don't know. It just feels like we're always having to put out a fire.
How do you think firefighters feel?
Isn't
Or
that what human life is like?
I
I mean,
mean,
I didn't really grow up easy. It sounds like you didn't either.
I mean,
I don't think any of us did.
like I don't. It wasn't great, but it wasn't. The house wasn't on fire every day. This I don't know. It just feels like I don't know. This afterlife is hectic.
Maybe what we are now is a little bit more dynamic, and therefore life as we know it is also more dynamic.
You know, I heard there was this new, like, therapist in town. Maybe you should look him up.
Oh yeah, I've got his. Yeah, I've met him. Maybe I should try and talk to him.
I think that might be, I mean, I won't discourage you from doing that. I think he's good people.
Did we lose Todd?
He's laying on his bed.
No.
Oh, I thought maybe he passed out.
I didn't even notice that.
He hasn't been real active tonight. He got a little bored, I'm guessing.
Well, it's
So
like I
as
thought.
I'm here, my back is just in spasms right now.
Oh,
Gotcha. That's rough.
Yeah, that's no fun. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
take some ibuprofen and aspirin.
I did.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm listening. I'm with you in spirit.
Yep.
Okay. Well, you can go lay back down. You don't have to stay here if it hurts.
I didn't realize the camera was on. I was just listening. And then they're like, how do they know? I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, I just happened to see the little note or whatever it was you put over to like fly away, and I saw your legs.
Mm.
And so that
Oh.
I messaged Brittany privately, and I'm like, I think we're looking at Todd laying on his bed.
Oh, I think he was
Well, yeah, I had to take a double take
Oh.
because I wasn't sure if it was when your pet was there or like, oh no, it's
Yeah,
Todd.
I thought you
Me
had
and my
like
dog.
I thought you had like pulled off the paper and were like off camera somewhere, and somebody else was lying on your bed. I didn't realize it's that
I
ghost.
didn't even notice you on your bed, so sorry.
It's
All right.
Shannon's. It's
All right.
Shannon's ghost.
I sit hunched. It's just a bad habit that I do.
Oh, gotcha.
You need to get one of those back roll things like I have.
I
this.
got it. It didn't work right.
Like
It got
this?
to the back of the package there. Oh, one of those.
Yeah,
I have that.
that's what you need. That's what I have to use. Otherwise, my back starts hurting.
Okay, so back in character.
Yes, please.
Well, so Jill's coming over here then, huh?
Yeah. Have any of you not met Jill?
Me.
Okay. She's
I don't remember.
she's caitiff. She was originally a shovelhead that we took as prisoners of war from the Sabbat early on in the city, and the Sabbat told us that we had to dispose of them, and we said they didn't ask to be what they were, and we were going to teach them how to live this life humanely.
She was here when we first came from the building, right? When I first met with you.
Yes.
I do remember her vaguely.
Yeah, everything prior to you guys burning down the mountainside, that was I wasn't here
I'm
for any of that.
sorry. Jeez, I've been working to fix it, guys.
So eventually you hear another car pulling up out front.
Ben
So
goes
many
up just
people.
to looks out and
Sure.
just make sure.
You see a young woman. She's wearing a Rob Zombie shirt, some tattered up blue jeans, black leather coat, and her hair is kind of short and punky looking. And she knocks on the door with the shaven haircut.
She's my twin.
I will answer the door.
Oh.
Oh, unless Ben was going to.
No,
'cause
Ben
he
was already looking at the people.
All right. Ben
Yeah,
can
so So she, she does the and Ben opens up and says, "I only have 2 bits for you, but you can come on in."
It's like, oh, well, hey, works for me. Before she enters, she says, do I need to check my piece?
We know you have one, and we're fine. Come on in.
All right, cool. So she comes walking. She comes, walking in and and she like does one of these numbers. You can see she has Desert Eagle 50 under her jacket.
Oh,
Nice.
Sophie looks surprised and pleased and kind of like a proud mama.
I think Remus playing video games probably knows what that is.
So I'll go up and just give her a big hug.
So she gives you a hug back. It's just, okay, so I'm here for the mental deep dive, boss lady. So what's going on?
All right, have a seat. Just relax.
Okay, so she sits down on the couch.
Come and join me on the couch.
Do you need introductions to? I mean, I guess you guys can talk amongst yourselves while I'm working. But if you don't know anyone, feel free to. Oh, Lily.
Yes.
Lily, this is Jill.
Yes.
Oh, hey, what's up, Joan Jett?
Yeah, hi. It's I like the outfit.
Oh, thanks. I just kind of threw it on to come over.
Oh, well, he's one of my favorite artists.
Well, mine too. Now, I was more, I don't know, into. I won't say. It'll probably get some groans. Never mind.
Oh no, tell me, you were more into what? I'm interested.
Nickelback.
I like.
Yeah.
Oh,
Brittany likes Nickelback. I don't know.
I've
So
heard of them, but
What
each
is
to their own.
what is Nickelback?
It's a band. I'll show you when we get home,
All right.
and you can
Here,
listen.
look at this photograph.
I actually have a club that I'm putting together, and I was actually hoping to see if I could get him to do the grand opening. So I'll let you know.
Wait, Chad Kroger?
Really?
Rod Zombie. Yeah.
Oh, okay, Rob Zombie. Okay. I mean, if you can, I'm there.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Guy hasn't been doing too much.
He's working on a movie right now.
Yeah, but he hasn't been putting out any songs or anything, so hopefully he'll be for a live performance.
No. So what'd you get, Sophie?
okay, so I'm spending a bill just in case, and I got 5 successes, so 6 total,
Wow.
Mhm.
and that's with 2 ones.
So, Mrs. Roll High, what are you looking for?
I basically want to walk through her mind that night, because like I know that they used her as bait, but I want to know like how she got there, and like basically her recollection of that period. So like them kidnapping her, like specifically like any names or faces or like strategic things that would have been important to the to like find out who they were, where they came from, that sort of thing.
Okay. So the first thing when you get, so you're I'll put it this way, you are used to having to fight your way into certain mines. And in this particular case, you dove deeper than you anticipated. With the role that you got, so you ended up reliving the moment she watched her friends get golded.
Oh,
and you got to experience it.
Awesome.
So basically, for those of you who weren't in the game at that point or unfamiliar with what it was, basically, a very crazy prince came up with the idea that because people were valuing gold so much that he would fill his enemies with gold. And so he would pry their mouths open and fill them with molten gold.
Yay, Vannevar.
Yes. So his child, who came to the city to attempt to take it over, was more than happy to use that as a motivating factor against those who would resist their rule. And so Jill and the two other shovelheads that they kind of came together in a sort of gang because they all had shared experiences. They died. They got golded. They were forced to swallow molten gold.
Man.
So you got to experience that like live and in stereo. Dolby 5.0. But you circle back around and look at what had happened. And basically, she ended up, after the whole incident with her friends getting golded and whatnot, and the city getting attacked. She was out on the town, despondent and just kind of upset and trying to focus. Although not at Lithia Park, she was down Main Street. And that's when the group nabbed her. And they were ATF agents. The agents that you were used to seeing. They ended up taking her down to that building. You get part of a conversation as they were securing her about that there was some sort of potential double cross going on. She didn't pick up the whole thing, but because she was terrified and trying to keep her head low and not make any waves and get herself killed. She was a very different person then. Hang on. There we go. Okay. You end up getting the name of an Agent Wilkerson.
Okay.
And from the impression you're getting, it sounds like he was the guy that had that deadband switch.
Oh.
So he was probably the guy that was in charge.
Okay. I'm gonna follow it through to the part where the building got blown up.
Well, she wasn't anywhere around that. She was downstairs at that point.
Right. Oh yeah. So okay. So she wouldn't. Oh, and then I probably see myself with no hair.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, good point. You get to see yourself flying away, mostly burnt, bald. Most of your clothes burnt, and flying away. Basically, you got a third-person view, literally, of what happened.
Glad I grew back.
I got better.
Okay. That's probably good. So when I come out, I'm just gonna give her another hug and just kind of cling to her a little bit. For a minute.
Okay. She says, something wrong?
I'm just glad you're doing better.
Oh, me too. Thanks for all the hugs, though. I didn't know I got special treatment from the Baron. Or is this what you do like with everybody here at the house? Are you a hugger?
Baby.
Okay. So brings it in for a tight hug, with one arm sort of thing. She's like, okay, well, we can hug it out then. I'm all right with that. Just as long as I'm not getting like any special treatment or whatnot. I don't want to, one of your normal in crowd call me a brown noser.
Understood.
Did you get what you needed? Was it like of any help?
Yeah, actually, it really was. It was very fruitful. I think this will really help our case. Thanks.
Oh, okay. Well, great. Am I needed for anything else then, or can me and my head go back home?
As you were.
It's nice meeting you.
Oh, likewise. Let me know if you get Rob Zombie in town,
Yeah, I sure will.
or maybe even like Piggy D or his guitarist or whatnot. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool too. I'll let you know.
So she waves and heads back on out.
Sweet.
All right, and that is where we're going to stop it for tonight. So at 2:45, or 2 hours 45 minutes. So good game. Lots of stuff getting done. Still on your deadline. Hopefully you got enough information that you can get the fuzz off your back.
We can placate the guy.
Until he comes and tells us, hey, I need you to go and do a job for us. And no, you cannot refuse.
You did so well. I have another job for you.
Arms. Cut off his arms.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah.
So the next game, calendar-wise, is going to be September 2nd.
Yes.
Yep.
And so for Vampire anyways. So hope we have everybody here. I know Britt won't be here. She will be enjoying you. Oh no, that's Thursday. That's right. Never mind. Forget I said that.
We'll be here tomorrow.
Yeah. Yes. And then tomorrow is yes. So Davy Jones, we will be streaming tomorrow as well. That is our much hullabalooed Marvel superheroes game with The Legacy.
Yeah, sorry about last time. I had a little family emergency.
Nope, it happens. Stuff comes up. It's just giving me more time to work on a whole lot for that game.
Yeah, our out of space, out in space.
I'm just anticipating you guys are just gonna go like take another wide left turn and go like we're gonna go there.
Well, we're gonna have to now that we know that you've been working so hard on it.
Forget Earth.
It's like jumping into an MMO for the first time. And you're like, oh, this all looks great. Let's go over there. Why are they all red? Why did I just die?
They only hit me once.
Yeah, I know. It only hit me once. Wow. Wow. Amazing. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, Davy Jones, I love Face Rip as well. It's a great system, and there's a reason why so many people have created new variants of it available at like Drive-Thru RPG and whatnot. People really love that game system. It's pretty easy to pick up. So until then, we're going to go ahead and bail. Thank you again for those of you who stopped by and watched. Beforehand, and those who are on now, and you catch the video on demand. Until then, we will see you tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Take it easy. Good night.
Peace.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. Reservoir. Okay. All right. Good night, y'all. I'm out. I'm gonna go to
Good night,
bed.
Todd. I hope